Hi there, welcome back to the channel where we cover everything Longmont and surrounding areas. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss a video. I am working on new content, so that will be coming up weekly. So today we're checking out one of those towns that butts up to Longmont, and that is Firestone, Colorado. So I have already covered Longmont and Frederick in these map tours, and now we are working on Firestone today. So let's take a look at Firestone. You can see the boundary here, and it has funny little boundaries. This little section here, nothing, and then a little square here. This part here is kind of Frederick, and then you start getting into Fort Lupton and other areas meet up here. So let's take a look where we are on the map. As you can see, we are right along Interstate 25, which is great because it's one of the main interstates that takes us to places like Loveland and Fort Collins up here. So that is about a 35-minute drive, maybe a little quicker than that. And then we go down here to Denver, which is a 35 to 40-minute drive. Now, if you work at DIA at the airport, you're looking at about 45 minutes, unless you take the toll road, then it is quicker. And if you work out here in Boulder, you are probably looking at about 30 to 40 minutes, depending on the traffic for the day. And if it's snowing, then you can probably add 20 to 25 minutes onto those commutes. But easy access, and then 119 will take you straight into Longmont. So we are very close to Longmont and all the great things that Longmont offers, which you can catch in that video that I have already done. So let's just take a look at Firestone here. As I have it up, let's take a look at some of the things that people enjoy doing living in Firestone. We have the Saddleback Golf Course right here. And we actually have two golf courses. So we have Saddleback Golf Course, which is in Frederick right here, and in Bella Rosa Golf Course right here, which is in Firestone. So you can take your pick as to where you want to golf. There's also a restaurant and club up there, and people have weddings and such, but you can see some of the golf course views right here. Mountains and water, which is lovely. They've got some different things out there on the courses. Here is your restaurant and where people have events. And there's a funny sign. Marital dispute was won by my husband. You can see it's a very pretty golf course. And if you come right here as the sun sets, you get beautiful views like that. So people love to golf around here. The library is such a bonus to the community. Once again, beautiful views from this library. Let's take a look at some of the pictures. It's a great library, and there are all kinds of spaces for younger kids, and there is a teen hangout space which has some video gaming, TVs. It has a little kitchenette in there as well. You've got your outdoor spaces where you can sit and enjoy the open space that's around there, and also the mountain views when it's a clear day. So the library is a great place. Classes and all kinds of things go on there. They have a women's business meetup that happens there. And if you have little ones and you're looking for things to do, then the classes and fun things that go on at the library can be a great way to meet other mamas. Now up here we are, Wild Cider. So this is another favorite place for families or couples to hang out. It is a cidery, so you have your apple cider. They also make pizza. They are only open on the weekends, but you can see the views out there. You can see all these grassy spaces for the kids to run and hang out. We have cornhole sometimes. Here's a picture of the pizza for those of you that like the food. And again, a great place to see sunsets. So that is another favorite thing to do here in Firestone, mainly in the summer months. The library is good for those winter days that are just too cold to be outside. We also have the sports complex, and there are events that happen there during the year, specifically the Halloween one, but it's a large, just like it says, sports complex. And then you have neighborhood parks dotted throughout Firestone. So you'll kind of see here, you get an idea, and these definitely aren't all the parks that are listed. There are a lot of parks in Firestone. Nearly every neighborhood has its own park and playground. Hart Park is a great one. There are basketball courts. There's a huge, really nice playground there. There is a hill that you can roll on, and also baseball and volleyball. There's a little waterfall, so that's a nice park to hang out at. Honey Park, you will see a lot of the events happening, and we'll cover those in a minute. Once again, it has a basketball court, a playground, big green space, and in fall, that neighborhood is amazing and beautiful with all of the trees. Settlers Park, they have some events at too. That's another bigger one. There was a dog park there. They have closed the dog parks in Firestone. They put them in spots where water became an issue. So they just closed them without replacing the two really nice dog parks that we had here in Firestone. And we are just waiting on news on those. So we'll see what happens. But as you can see, lots of playgrounds. And then over here, we have, which I'm pretty sure there's probably a debate whether this is Firestone or Longmont, but we have St. Vrain State Park, which is an amazing place to hang out, especially if you like birds and bird watching. And you can kayak, you can go on some flat hikes, you can camp there. In winter, it's a great place to see bald eagles. So that is another great thing to do in the Firestone area. Let's go and look at schools. So there's two elementary schools here in Firestone, Prairie Ridge Elementary and Centennial Elementary. These are in the St. Vrain School District. There is also a charter school, which I believe is in Frederick. And then we also have the middle school, which is Coleridge Middle School here in Firestone. So this website can be a great place to kind of look at school ratings, get ideas. I have never taken too much into these, and my son has always done pretty well at the schools he goes to. But this is a great place to kind of get an idea of the schools. Now, if your child doesn't want to go to Coleridge Middle School, they can go to Frederick and go to Thunder Valley K through 8, or they can go to Meade Middle School, or they can go to the Carbon Valley Charter School. So you have options. St. Vrain Valley School District is an open enrollment, so as long as there's room at the school where they want to go to, they can go there. A lot of kids from Firestone will go to Meade Middle School and then on to Meade High School, or they'll go to Frederick High School. So those are your school options in the Firestone area. Let's look at the Firestone events. So throughout the year, there are different events and things going on. This is probably the biggest one, the 4th at Firestone. So we just had this one. There is a parade that starts at 10 o'clock on the 4th. It used to go through Frederick. Now, after this year, it just goes through Firestone. So there is a parade, and then everybody goes to the park, and they have like jumping castles and things like that to do, as well as food trucks and live music. And then at night, the fireworks go off on the golf course, the Saddleback Golf Course that I was just talking about. So this is the biggest event in Firestone, I would say. And then during the summer, you have Food and Flick Fridays. So once a month on a Friday at a different park throughout Firestone, they will have food trucks and a movie. So you'll see here on June 16th, it was A Bug's Life. July 21 will be Top Gun Maverick, and August 18th, Shrek. And you'll see the food trucks that come to these, Butcher and the Blonde Delicious. Happy Cones have New Zealand ice cream, which I love. I may go to that one just to get some Happy Cones ice cream. Short D's Coffee, so you'll see the different food trucks that come. They have activities and games, and then the movie starts at dusk. So that is a fun summer event that Firestone does. Halloween Safe Night is another big one, and it is trunk or treat. Plus, usually they have jumping castles, rides, and things like that. Again, food trucks. This attracts quite a crowd here in Firestone for the Halloween Safe Night. So that's another fun one for the kids. Schools Out was new this year. So they did this at the end of the school year. I think it was more based towards little ones. They had the toucher truck and they had the air life helicopter, and the police and fire were there. So that was just a fun event for the kids getting out of school. We have cleanup days. The Carbon Valley Holiday Festival is fun too, and that is split between the 3 towns. So Dacono has Santa. Pretty sure they have like Meet Santa or Breakfast with Santa. And then Frederick has a parade and a night festival. And then Firestone has the craft show. So they split it up between the 3 towns. It's usually over the same weekend. And it's just a really fun way to celebrate the holidays. So that's a cute one as well. And then you can see there's some other things dotted throughout the year, but those are probably our major events. And then the great thing I think about living in Firestone is you get to enjoy Frederick's festivals and Dacono's festivals and Longmont festivals. So you have so much going on around you, not necessarily just the things that Firestone are holding. So it's great. It's just a great little town, just like Frederick and Dacono are. So we're going to move on to some restaurants that are in the area so you know where to eat when you come. So on this side here by 25, you have a lot of the chain restaurants. There is Zupa in there that is more not so much one of the chain restaurants. It's owned by a private company. So that is Soup and Salads over there on that side on 25. You have a couple more chains in this little area. But then you also have places like Wild Cider that we talked about. Everest Maya is a Indian restaurant and they make delicious food. I have been there. It was so good. I really need to go back soon. So that is a good one. Hacienda Jalisco is one of our Hispanic restaurants in the area. It is very pretty inside. So a great place to eat if you're looking for that kind of food. We have Ziggy's Coffee, which this one is just a drive-through. So you're just going to drive through there to get your coffee in the morning or get your iced tea at lunch or whatever, however you like to get your caffeine boost or drink boost. That is a great place to get that. And then down here, we have a pho restaurant that is some delicious pho. You have Pepper's Fireside Grill, which makes yummy burgers, salads. Their steak blue cheese salad is really good. Steaks. And they used to have breakfast. I believe they still have it on the weekends, but not on the weekdays. And there is a nice view back over the mountains and the lake from there. You have your Wawak. You have another Mexican restaurant in here, Casa Margaritas. I haven't eaten at that one, so I can't say whether it's good or not. And then we also have a lot of food trucks that park. So there's an Ace Hardware right in here, and there is food trucks that come and go from there. Sorry, losing my voice. So you have the food trucks that come and go from there. You have the tavern restaurant at the golf club, and then you push into Frederick and their restaurants, which you can check out in the Frederick video. So that gives you an idea where you might want to eat if you decide to live in Firestone or if you're visiting Firestone. All right, so we've looked at schools, we've looked at restaurants, we've looked at things to do. Now we're going to take a really quick look at the real estate market. So I have the stats section up here, and we're going to look at the average sale price So the past few months, in May, it was 555,796. In June, it went up a touch, 569, 509. And the July stat is not really correct because we haven't had enough days to have enough sales. But right now it is 365, 667. And if you want to know how long it takes these houses to sell on average, we'll look at that right now. So in April, it was 5 days. Then in May, it climbed to 16. In June, it was 19. And right now we are sitting at 7. And July is one of our slower months in real estate. So I imagine that this days on market will go up. And at the end of the month, I will put a video up for Firestone. I started Longmont and Frederick, but I will get to Firestone this month as well. So we have those real estate stats for Firestone. So we've looked at average price, we looked at days in the MLS, and then the other thing I like to look at just to give you an idea of the market and where we're at is the month of inventory. So you'll see in May it was 2, and then it dropped a little in June to 1, and right now we're at 9, which is not correct. It's just, once again, we haven't got enough stats. But you'll see we have been hovering 2, 3, 2, and the market kind of shifted a little this year because of the interest rates. We were along here at 1s a lot. So what this means is it takes 6 months of inventory to become a buyer's market. We're not there yet. We are still a seller's market. So we are still quite competitive. As you can see on those days on market, houses are selling in 2 weeks or less. Still selling for a good price, and we still don't have enough inventory to make the market flip in any drastic way. So hopefully that gives you an idea of what it's like to live in Firestone here. And if you want to see what it's like to live in Longmont or Frederick, then check out those videos that I have up here. I love getting calls, emails, texts from people that have watched these videos and are moving to the area and need more information. So please feel free to contact me. I also have a link below for a free discovery call. We can jump on and just chat about your goals, and I can answer any questions for you. Contact me down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I hope I see you watching my next video. Have a fabulous day. See ya.